Hey, good morning, model fans. Welcome back to Watson's Models. And I'm just pulling random stuff out of the air to do because I'm bored this morning. Actually, it's too cold to go outside and do anything. So I figured what the heck, will come down to the basement and screw around. I don't think I ever did a video on this Renault 1/16 scale Takom. Humma. Let's check this out. I don't know if any of you guys got this kit, have built it up yet or whatever, but I figured, well, why don't we open it up and just show you what the guts of it look like? I think that would be kind of cool. I mean, I was interested in it. I actually have a friend, God rest his soul, Fred Ropke, who actually owned one of these bad boys in his personal private museum in Indiana, the Ropke Armor Museum, which is no longer there. But I had the honor of like seeing this thing in real life, and he had it painted up similar, and but just it was an original Renault, and it was just immaculate inside and out, and it was just awesome. But anyhow, yeah, here's some of the box art. Can you see it? All right, so I'll set this down here, relocate the camera, open it up. Let's see what's inside the box. So here it is, and I wonder if the lighting, I turned this off. I didn't really get rid of any glare, but sorry about that. So beautiful artwork. I've had this kit for quite a while. I mean, ever since it came out new, I grabbed it. Just don't think I ever did an open box for anybody on it. But let's take a peek at it and see what's inside. All right. In typical Takom fashion, tons of detail. All right. So we're obviously looking at some tracks here. And you know how these kits are, man. It's like a whole few hours worth of work just by itself to get the tracks together. Here's some more of the suspension, road wheels, idler wheels, whatever you want to call them. I mean, it kind of looks like gun parts. I'm assuming that's what it is. It looks like you get two of these sprues, sprue H. Here's a little turret action for you. I'm sorry about the glare. I just don't like taking them out of plastic. All right, some nice raised detail in here. I don't know if you can see the casting on that. That's that. All right, here we're starting to get into some of the hull. Actually pretty, that's a pretty long hull for something like this in this scale. I'm assuming that's the bottom. Cool. You can see all the rivet marks, all the rivets, raised rivets. That's what makes this thing awesome. I mean, just from a detail perspective, and you know, when you're starting to do some dry brushing and things like that, I think it's going to be awesome. And that's the side of the tank, you know. I mean, so that's Now, are these the... Yeah, there's obviously a left and a right side. Come on, Watson, get your act together, man. All right, but you can see there's the side of the hull. Now, this might be one of the ones I do in the near future. Now, this is kind of cool. This is the engine. Whole lot of detail there. And what's really cool about this, let me get to it. I hope I get it on the camera. I don't know if you can see that, but you can actually see the valve springs and valves in the side of that block. That's pretty neat. Cool. That's a 4-cylinder engine. And wow, that's pretty cool. All right. All right, here is some chain, some photo etch, some decals, decals for you folks that aren't from this country. Here is the front of the manual. And I think I am going to pull this out and show you guys what that looks like. All right, because I'm curious. Leave those things in there. All right, let me put the box top on. Have a little bit of a surface for you. So what does it say? It says in 1917 Renault produced only 84 tanks, which was considerably behind schedule. 84 tanks, that's insane. One of the main design problems was the turret. A small cast turret was used on the first production run of training tanks, but it was widely regarded as being too small. A second, you may as well look at the picture while I'm talking about it. Let's see here. A second cast turret design was stillborn as by the time it was ready. STNA, I don't know if I'm pronouncing that right, wanted it to mount either a 37mm gun or a machine gun, and it was only capable of mounting the latter. In addition, there were limits to the number of cast turrets that could be manufactured. In the end, Berliet, B-E-R-L-I-E-T. Look, man, I don't speak French, okay? Developed a simpler polygonal turret made of sheet armor plate called the omnibus turret. The advantage of the omnibus turret was that it could be adapted to mount either the 37mm or the 8mm Hotchkiss machine gun. Eventually, a second round omnibus turret was also developed. This was manufactured at the, whatever, I can't pronounce it. Acières Paul Giraud in Eugene, from cast and forged pieces. Giraud, oh my God, I'm butchering this up, began producing around omnibus turrets in 1918, and the tanks built at Renault in 1918 used both types of turrets. Look, all right, they didn't pay me to be a freaking language guy, but there it is. So we're just going to kind of quietly go through this book. That just kills me that they have that exposed where you can see that. And I'm almost wondering, was that constantly exposed on the real deal? Or was it covered? Don't know. I mean, based on the model, it's looking like so far that those valves are exposed. like all the time, which I think would have its own set of problems when it comes to lubrication and collecting dirt and things of that nature. Or maybe it's just the way the kit's built to show you some internal details, who knows. I'm actually going to have to look that up and find a real, get a picture of the real engine and see if I can add it to this video. All right. Gotta love me some tracks. They're obviously workable too. Look at the linkage. I have some advertisements here, so let's look at this part. Okay, and that's it. Alrighty, well, there you have it. That's what's inside the box. Hope you liked it. Well, that's pretty cool. I never really got into that box and to check it out, so this actually looks like a fun build. You know, I love these large scale models, and I need to go in and see if they have. I want to see if Takom made the, you know, the other turret version of it. So I'll check that out. If they do, I'll get it and then I'll share it with you guys. But anyhow, thanks for watching, and thanks for sticking with me. You know, it's getting warmer out there. I'm almost done with my truck, and so I'll be coming up with a schedule to work part-time out in the shop and then part-time in here. Because now I got all kinds of time. All right, get up and build something. Go waste your money on model kits. Can never go wrong. Love you, bye.